will subscribe to my channel because you have reached Red Steele's Toy to Review. I'm your man, Red Steele, and today I'll be reviewing Star Wars Black Series Luke Skywalker. Star Wars, the Black Series Luke Skywalker. But before I get to the actual review, I just want to go over some of the awesome details on this packaging. Up top here, you have the Star Wars logo, and below that it says the Black Series. Down here, you have a picture of the actual Luke Skywalker figure, and over here it says Star Wars, the Mandalorian. Below that, Luke Skywalker, Imperial Light Cruiser. Over here you have the Hasbro logo, and down here in the middle you have a 4+, which is the age requirement for this figure, and down here it says it is plastic free packaging. Then aside the packaging here, on the very top it says Star Wars, the Black Series. Then down here you have a picture of the actual Luke Skywalker figure, and below that you have its dimensions, 5.7 inches and 14.5 centimeters. Down here again it says it is plastic free packaging. Then on the other side of the packaging here you have this beautiful illustration of Luke Skywalker. On the back of the packaging here, on the very corner you have Star Wars, the Black Series. Below that, Luke Skywalker, Imperial Light Cruiser. Then down here you have a caption that reads, when the Mandalorian embarks on a mission to save Grogu from Moff Gideon, he receives unexpected help in the form of Luke Skywalker. Then over here you have a picture of the actual figure looking really cool. Then down here you have the 30, and over here it says Star Wars, the Mandalorian. Star Wars, the Black Series, Luke Skywalker, Imperial Light Cruiser. Luke Skywalker was released on April 22nd, 2023 with the suggested retail price of $24.99, and he was available at all major retailers. Luke Skywalker is a Mandalorian live action series inspired figure that is based on a scene from the Star Wars galaxy. His accessories include his robe and lightsaber. Luke Skywalker stands 6 inches tall, and he is meant for fans ages 4 and up. Now that Luke Skywalker on my display table, I just want to go over some of his play features and accessories. I have to say this is my definitive Luke Skywalker. I mean, I've had a lot of different Luke Skywalkers, but most of my collection are 3 3/4. And now I'm kind of switching over to the 6-inch base toy line, and I love this Black Series because the detailing, and I know I got into the 12-inch figures a few years ago, but to me those were more like dolls because they come with the hair and the clothing. But with the mold detail, I mean a lot of the mold detail, even with the fabric, they put that texture on there so it does look like it's molded fabric. It's really nicely done. I mean, to the untrained eye, this does look like a cloth right here. You know, holding it in person, I could feel that it is a rubbery plastic, and it is just so well done. You know, had I just seen pictures of this figure, I would have thought that this tunic here was a cloth. It's really well done. They have a little hook right here. This little hook I thought was for the lightsaber, which I'll go ahead and grab right now. Because you have the option of keeping the blade in the lightsaber. You can pop that out. And a lot of the other figures you can hook the lightsaber onto the belt, but this hook is not long enough and it doesn't really stay on too well. I mean, it's staying on now, but the times I've practiced putting it on, it doesn't. So you could actually display him with the lightsaber stored on his belt, and he's very close to the Return of the Jedi version of Luke Skywalker. I don't know if any differences in his costume between Return of the Jedi and the Mandalorian. And this is the Mandalorian Luke, because you can tell by the face mold here. You know, if you've watched the Mandalorian or the Book of Boba Fett, what they did was they took Mark Hamill's actual face and used some de-aging technology to kind of update it. And a lot of fans have gone online and done the deep fake and done it themselves, where the deep fake version of their Luke Skywalker is better than what Disney put out. But I'm sure the later it gets, Disney will improve on the technology, and the likeness of Luke Skywalker will be a little bit better each and every time they try to put him out there. But I mean, it was the first time trying this technology out, and unfortunately deepfake does a better job, and hopefully Disney will catch on to that, because the two versions of Luke I've seen online with that same scene from the Imperial Light Cruiser, where it was the Disney version, deepfake version. The deepfake version looked more like Luke Skywalker in my opinion. But getting back to this figure, you can also arm him with this lightsaber because there's a little peg at the end of the blade right here. On the hilt there's a little porthole, and you just plug that right in just like that. And the hands are nicely detailed. You know, either you have that trigger finger right there for a blaster, but Luke didn't come with a blaster. I want to go ahead and put that lightsaber in his hand. You could pry his fingers open a little bit, so it makes it a little bit easier. And they do come back to their original position, so you have to kind of pop in that lightsaber pretty quick. Now you have Luke Skywalker armed with his trademark green lightsaber. It's really, really cool. Another cool accessory they included, and I know I'm a big fan with soft goods when it comes to Mattel, but Hasbro hasn't really impressed me until this figure. But if you look at this cloth right here on this robe that he has, it has that texture just like he did in the movie. In order to put the cloak on Luke Skywalker, you just pull it over his head, and there's kind of like an elastic band around the neck, and it forms really nicely, and it's not too sheer, not too thick, so it does look like a robe, but it's not thick enough where it looks like a fleece where it's like the cloth is so thick it sticks out. So it kind of conforms to the body a little bit. It does look like a robe. Very nicely done. But I mean, how many of you guys remember that scene when Luke Skywalker boards the Imperial Light Cruiser and we don't know who he is? We see a cloaked figure walking in on the bridge until he pulls out that green lightsaber. We did not know. And how many of you guys, and you're not human if you can't tell me you did not have chills down your spine when you saw that. So immediately I was wishing that they came out with a Black Series figure with the same kind of detail. But I'm going to rotate him around so you guys see what it looks like from all angles. Very cool figure and a must-have for any Star Wars collector or fan. But if you guys found any of the information in this review valuable, please like and share this video. Also, if you really enjoy my content, please subscribe to my channel. And while you're there, click the bell to be notified of any future videos. I want to thank you guys for watching Red Steele's Awesome Toy Collector Review. I'll check you guys out next time.